Hey, this is Ron because I'm handy. I want to do a quick video on just like accepting jobs, man. And knowing when to put your foot down. Can't remember if I made this video or this video came out already, but I was working with this client maybe like 2-3 years ago, and it was a job they gave me, and it got approved. And when I went to go, it was to replace a gutter, right? So I went to go replace the gutter. After I took the old one off, I saw that the fascia or the beams would and the wood underneath the roof, or just the roof, had to be replaced, like a section. And I was like, hey man, like this needs to be done too, or this gutter is gonna fall off. It's not gonna hold it. And like, so I already paid for the material, I already started the job, and after I sent them that, they just ghosted me. Like, I took the old gutter off, and then I saw this stuff, and I think I even recycled the old gutter. And when I told them, like, hey, look, what do you want me to do about this? Like, this needs to be done and replaced. They just didn't respond back. Never heard back from them again. And so fast forward to now, they call me back, and they want me to do a new job. And I'm looking, I'm like, this number looks familiar. And I looked to our previous message. I was like, oh, these are these people. And so they're like, oh yeah, that's our sister company. I was like, oh, it's your sister company, but you guys have the same number. Weird, right? And so they want me to do this other job that was about an hour away from me. And I was like, okay, I'll give you guys another shot, but I'm gonna need to do like an estimate charge, a trip charge. And I said it's gonna be $50. Now, mind you, it's an hour away. I have to pay a toll, and yeah. So I'm like, yeah. And then the previous history. So they're trying to hassle me. They're like, oh, how about $30? I'm like, no. And then they're like, oh, okay. I said, I'll do it for 40. It's okay, cool. I said, I need it now though. So how about we do half now, half later? And they try to make up the story, oh, because we've had problems with other contractors. I was like, yeah, and I've had problems with you. Like, you can see. And they're like, okay, how about we do half now, half later? I said, okay, if you guys want to do it that way, we're going to go off my original price of 50. So give me 25 now and 25 after I do the job. And so they're trying to hassle with me. And so when somebody tries to hassle with me or give me like a haggle me, actually, it's not a good sign. It's like, okay, you guys are one of these people. You guys, yeah, this is not going to be a good fit. I'm trying to stay away from these companies where I end up being the cheap guy and the last minute guy. I don't want to be that no more. So I end up doing it. They actually did pay me. And so I sent the estimate, right? The estimate was like $850. And so then they're like, oh, can you do it for $720? I said, what? I said, no. What? No, man. Like, no. That's like sign number, that's like sign number 3 right there. Like, yeah, just don't do it. Just don't do this job. And so finally, we're going back and forth, and then finally they approve it. I'm like, okay, cool. They say, yeah, we can do it for $850. But when they approved it, they wanted me to do it like the next day. I'm like, well, no, dude, like I gave the estimate like a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I'm already booked out already. So the soonest I can do it is on this day. And they're trying to hassle me with that. I'm like, yo, like, dude, if you can't accept that date, then just find somebody else. I'm already booked up already. So then they finally, and that's on, and on top of that, I need a deposit. I need a $150 deposit. It said, and we're going back and forth. It shouldn't be this hard. It shouldn't be this hard just to get a job approved. But with these people, it's been very challenging, right? So then they say, okay, we'll do it for that date. All right. And then they said, hey, Ron, we need you to send a W-9 and then send the invoice for the $150 for the deposit. Cool. I do that, right? I get a text message, hey, don't forget to do the job for tomorrow at this time. I'm like, wait, it's not even time yet. I told y'all I'd do a job on Monday. They sent this message on Friday, which means they want me to go out Saturday. I just ignored it, right? So now we fast forward to here. I'm about to leave. I'm like, hold on. I checked. They haven't paid the deposit yet. So I said, okay, it's fine. It's good. So he ends up sending me a text. I'm saying, hey, I just told him like basically, hey, it's been too many challenges between both of us. It doesn't seem like this is gonna be a good partnership. So I'm just gonna have to decline the job, refuse it, and good luck for you in the future. So then he calls me, they were talking. He's like, yeah, man, I just forgot. I was like, yeah, well, that type right there. And then he's like, yeah, I'll be sure to pay you in full after the job is done. No. I've been there before. I've been there before where somebody says, we'll pay you after the job is done with your deposit, and I haven't got paid. So I just told him, no, look, man, I can't do it. And that was that. I had to set my foot down. Not all money is good money. And then it just all the signs showing that this wouldn't be a good partnership just tells me like, yeah, just say no, man. Like, don't accept that money. I could have used that money, but at the same time, it wasn't worth it. I don't know what I would got myself into partnering up with them. I probably haven't got paid either. So just goes to show you, I'm making this video should, I guess create awareness and tell you guys like, be careful out there. 1, 2, don't just accept any job. 3, if there's signs that this is being a bad partnership, but don't ignore those signs. Pay attention to them and act accordingly. And just another story. I did a job for a company that was managing this gas station that was like right down the street from me, right? Now, fortunately, I had nothing came out of pocket. They wanted me to replace this safe, little small safe, right? And so I charged them like $115 because all I had to do was like drill into the ground and secure it. They ended up not paying me. I did the job. I talked to the lady, this and that. I went to the gas station and I did the job. After that, she stopped responding to my text messages. The emails, I didn't get a response from the emails. I tried to call the number that was on the email. It goes to this third party dispatch talking about, oh yeah, we'll leave your message. I was like, hey, I left 10 messages already. Let me talk to somebody. Oh, nobody's in the office. I was like, okay. I was like, so I'm starting to see a pattern here. It seems like they're never in the office. Who are you? And she kind of got quiet, and she's like, well, we're just like a third-party dispatcher. I was like, oh, so you haven't even probably never met these people. I see what's going on. I get it. Okay, cool. Done. That was it. And I just had to eat it. That's $115, but that made me like, I believe that everybody has to go through this stuff, do this experience in order to learn what to look out for. You have to fall or fail in order to correct mistakes and know not what to do again. So this is just part of the game. So don't beat yourself up if like you do something wrong, you lose out on money. Learn from that mistake and don't do it again. And that's it. It's raining out here. I gotta drive safe. I gotta send this quote out, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get it because I have a great partnership with these property managements, and I rarely have problems with them. So I gotta do my due diligence and send the quote when I told him I would, get this approved and get this money. See you guys at the top.